Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm CE Plays and we're gonna expand our Westeros region today. There is a lot of things to be done today. I just use Brooklyn&Queens DLC to add more population, and we're gonna go over 100,000 citizens within our region. So stay tuned, stay with the live game, and if you like the content, subscribe to the channel. So see you then. So what we're gonna focus today, we have this neighborhood, and I would like to stay with that kind of a build on maybe this and this side. So like maybe those 2 or 3 options will be used in here as a more detailed one. But see in here, I just need more population. So what I'm gonna do, I'll try to show you what's my thinking to add as many citizens as possible using the new content creator pack we have just now. So let's just see what we can do for the roads, how we're gonna use them, and what will be the best option for that. I think I'm gonna stay with the UK roads. They're actually quite good. There is a parking possible. Those roads are pretty wide, so I'm probably gonna stay with them just now. We're gonna add some network of roads in here, and then we're gonna try to see what kind of a connection will be the best for us in here. Of course, we're not gonna forget about all the city services, so that will be added as well. But I think I'm gonna use those 2 segments in here just to increase population as much as we possibly can. So let's just stay for that, and I'll be back to you when all the roads are set up. So a quick time lapse, and I'll get back to you in a second. So what we have just now, what I did, as you see, I'm gonna fill all of that with the houses. So I'm gonna make one district in here, and that will be all new DLC, sorry, content creator bugs, sorry. I'll keep mixing them up. So what we're gonna have in here, I mean, I can use different houses, yes, but I'd like to actually have some diversity in there, and we're gonna stay within like a, let's just say, UK theme on the main part, but adding more people in I would like to use something different. So as you see, we have Brooklyn&Queens. I'd like to use it just to see how it's gonna look like. I mean, we can use Scottish tenement because that will be more appropriate for all the things we have, but you know what, let's just use something different. So I actually like to see how it look like, and maybe with the next cities we're gonna use something different. We're gonna add something more based on our theme in here, which I'm gonna do myself, but this place in here I just want to add more people, because at the moment, I will show you once again, we have 25,000 jobs for us that we can fulfill. So let me just quickly add water under the roads, and I'll be back to you in 2 seconds. So all the water is in, so let's just see what we can do for our services, starting from our healthcare. And of course, because that will be quite condensed, I will probably use something bigger in size. There's a couple of things I can use, quite like this one. They're looking quite good. We can use this one as well, just for like a mixture of them. And I think I would like to do like a cluster. So for example, this place in here, because of the not really the best layout of it, I will probably gonna use a couple of options we have in here. Let's just go for this fire station. Why it's letting me do those things, I'm not really sure, but I don't need anarchy in here. So I'm gonna add a couple of services in here, having focus on that's looking quite cool. So we're gonna have you, for example, here, corner one will be good, or like in there we go. And I think we need one in the corner. This one looks quite cool, but that's something that I'm gonna do myself, so not at the moment. And I think I'm gonna offset this from the main rack, so let's just go for there. Then couple of fire stations, that's one. We can have one there. I think we can have one in here like there, and that will give us nice coverage. And I think we can also add one like there, just to make those people happy as well. So we okay with hospitals. I think I need something here. This one is quite cool because it's double-sided, so maybe we can try and use this one. I will show you. And we have this entrance on the both sides, so we can do something with that. That's looking actually quite nice. So we have our health solutions. We're gonna have a good coverage for fire stations. I mean, this one could be in here, like, you know, just in case we can have you there, why not? Coverage will be touch nicer. We can have one in there. Okay, so if I go to police stations, there's a couple of nice ones, but I quite like those ones. We actually don't need as many of them as you may think, so that will be one. I'm probably gonna have one somewhere in here, that will be good. So that's two, and we can have one there, that's three, and maybe something here close to that park, maybe there, because those guys will be happy as well. So that's our services. So the only thing now is we need to see what could be done for schools. And for schools, I think I'm gonna use this one or this one. I mean, those ones, they look quite cool, so I think that's a primary school, so we're gonna have like one every one every corner will be good. So like see the main roads we have in here, I'm just gonna make this as a one neighborhood. Every neighborhood, like a small one, we have one, and if it's something bigger, we're probably gonna have two in there. So I'm gonna use this place there. We can have, I'm thinking about high school as well, so high school could be there. So we can have primary here, we can have primary in this corner, and we can use it as a park. There we go. We can have primary school there, we can have primary school there. I'm just trying to think about the places we're gonna use in here, and we can use that, we can use that place, and I think I need one more here maybe. Those ones I'm not really sure, they just too much future in them, just too colorful. What about this one? That's a high school, that's a college, so we can add one of those. Like for example, we can have one of them in here, and I need one of them, for example, there. And having this, we need to go for high schools. And high schools, I quite like this one, but I think we're gonna use the modern one, because see, for the high school is usually something that was put in place by city or by council, so they could look modern, you know, in there. And probably we need one like close in here. There we go. And I think we're gonna add college as well, and I will probably use, how many high schools I put in place? That's a community college, that's gymnasium, that's 3. So I will say probably for the college I will have one like in here, and I will have, you know, a good connection. Yes, we're gonna have one in there. See, to give me a good option to use, I'm probably gonna use this tool, but with this road. I'm just thinking about the size of it. 30 to 40, I will say 36. Yes, so that will be 1, 2, that's one there. 36, that's a good size. One there, one there. I'm just thinking probably in here will be good as well. And see this connection here, that will be away. And I think I'm gonna remove that road for now. At least for now, we can add another road and another roundabout probably in here. That will be probably a good option. So all the main roads are connected now, and we have this road there, and I think I need this in there. For this, I'm not sure yet, we get into that later on, but at least we have all the possible connections sorted. So getting back to schools, we have city college there. We could probably add a couple of libraries. So for example, like one library next to high school, one library in here, probably one library in here as well, just to encourage more people to use them. There we go, because there's none in here, which is fine. Like, of course, we get in there. So that's the college we have, high schools and elementary schools. So we should be okay. Now we need to add a couple of parks. So see, for parks, I'm gonna use parks from workshop, but before we do that, I would like to use those parkings. As it's still a park. It's still a park, but we can have them in here, and that will give us a nice boost. There we go. We can have a couple of them in here as well. Oh, that's actually will be probably large one. I mean, see, the small one, they're just more flexible. So I'm gonna use 4 of them, 2 in there. So every place you can expect to have more people in, then we're gonna have this car park. So this one there. And again, that's a hospital, which is the large one. So I would say you can expect to have more people in. Probably gonna use this just in case there's more people. So we have this car park, this place in here, and probably gonna stay with those smaller ones. Just make it a bit nicer. And the car park in there. We're gonna have a couple of parks in here, 2 in there. So every possible building that could benefit from parking, we're gonna use that and just give them a nice option to use it. There we go. The only big one is there because it's like, you know, it could be popular price for people to use it. So if I go back and go back again, then we can use a couple of those parks and see those parks. That's like a maybe basketball court. It's just a touch nicer. So that's something you expect to have close to school. There we go. I'm actually quite into like how it's gonna look like and how it's gonna feel with all the, that's something smaller, with all the houses in here. I'm probably pretty sure they will be quite popular. See, we have so high demand for maybe like one of those ones. That would be nice to have you there. So let's just see that. So see, with those parks, having them all over here, that will just make this a much nicer place to be. At the same time, it will increase land value for us. So I would say, having all of this, we have all the possible options. The one thing I will add, and that's something that we probably need for the future, will be having like a bus transit. So maybe this place will be good option for that, just next to the city college, and we're gonna have lines, bus lanes going from, you know, all over the place and going back and forward to the central station as well. So that will be something that I would like to have for the future. Probably a couple of taxi stands. That will be something you can expect to have near those places. There we go. Where's the high school? So high school there, that's probably another place to be. This high school here as well. So that's again something you can expect to have next to high school or next to your main hospital as well. So that's something we're gonna use. So that will be most of the things I would like to have. If there's anything more, yes, of course there's a couple of things we can have in there. So let me just think what you can expect to have within that neighborhood. So like a shopping mall, what will be a good place to have here? Oh, that will be a brilliant place. That will be noisy, of course. So one there, we can have one there, and we can have, oh, that would be a good place to have. And then again, if that's the case, I probably need to add car park next to it. There we go, 1, 2, and I think we need one more in here. But actually in here, I'm not really sure if this one will be probably better option. So let's just remove that and let's just add this big one, because we have city college in here, so that's something you can possibly have in there. Let's just go for shopping malls. I can have a couple of other features added to our build. The only thing is I don't want to have them together. So for example this, that could go here or in there. Well, that will be a good place. It's a noisy place anyway, and we can have you on the main road. That would be good. And this one, that could go here, because that will be noisy place as well. So having them, that will give us some commercial usage. But I think I'm gonna go for commercial anyway, just to have it within this neighborhood. There we go. So let me just fill all that in with zoning, and I get back to you in a second. We'll be using this tool and using all the signs. So show you what to do. So see, for example, if you have this road, let's just say, for example, this one. If I use this on those roads first, so every single road we have, so that means that's the main road. So all you have to do, use it on every single road first, like those you think they will be like a main one. So that will be those ones for me. So that's done. So now in this case will be this, and those ones. So I'm using Traffic Manager with Shift just now, because that will give us priority roads on the main roads within the neighborhood. And then when you have that part sorted, having those main roads in here, you can do exactly the same, and what's gonna happen, see, that will be main road now. So that's something I would like to have. So that will be main road. I don't think that's the main road. I'm not really sure why it's like this, but we can always change it, because now that will be main road. There we go. So as easy as that, you can do those options on every single road you have, and then when that's done and sorted, so that will be main road, this one, this one, this one. So see, that will give priority sign to the main road, as you see, and of course we have to do this in here, there, and of course there. But then all you need to do, just make sure that your settings are applied to all the rows, because that needs to be changed. There we go, all set up, and as you see, that's changing the priority sign. So yield sign is on the road that it's coming to our roundabout. So let's just go for that. Yes, and this one will be the last one. There we go. So I will say we're ready. So I will do one thing just now. So we have 52,000 people just now. So let's just save that, and I will put this in a time lapse, and we see how many houses and what kind of a houses we're gonna have in there. So the buildings are looking good. As you see, there is quite a few of them, and it's like 20-30 households in every which one of them. But my thinking now is just to encourage them a bit more, I'm probably gonna add a couple of bus routes. Every other block we're gonna have a couple of bus stops. You can have them on the main roads as well, just because it's not like a drive-through road. They actually gonna have, I need to put one there, just like that. There we go. So this route, the other one, the only thing is not stopping there. What will happen if I put it like this? No, I think we're gonna just keep it there for this route, but this one will go a more direct. If I go there, let's just go there, main roads once again, and complete the line. So that's one. Then we can have one going that way. So we're gonna have one stop, second one, stop there, just to have something different. Okay, so now we need to have this connection line, create new line, and this line will go there, just to have as much as possible options for them to grow, and we can have those connections there and complete the line. This line that will go up once again, that could go there, a couple of blocks just to have them connected together. It could be same stop, but this one will be there, and I will do complete the line. And the next line, I think I'm gonna go this route. So let's just go down in there, just to create as many connections as possible between those routes and complete the line. So see, all those routes we have in here, that's the recently made lines. So if I go by name, that will be all the routes we just created. And I think I'm gonna go straight to double-decker buses, because this neighborhood, that will be pretty busy place, and the only thing I'm gonna change in it will be the number of them. Okay, so that's this line, double-decker. Okay, we can change colors for them slightly, so they're gonna look a touch nicer, because at the moment every single one of them is just blue. I think there was a mod, and I need to look into that. There is a mod you can actually randomize colors of lines. The only thing is with this mode, I'm not really sure if it's working well now. So that's something that will be good to check if it's up and running. Once again, after all the updates, I hope it's been updated. So that's something we can check. So last thing I'm gonna do in here, I'm gonna have stop there, and that will be direct route in here, and go back. There we go. And that's connection only between station and our route. So that will be 27 number, 29. So we're gonna go for something quicker, maybe one of them. That's 80. Couple of stops. I would like to keep color of it as white. There we go. And I will keep it running, so we can actually see what's happening with those lines in here. Oh, I don't really want this house in there for whatever the reason. The only thing that could be there is connection like this, just to give us, there we go. They're already waiting for our lines, which is absolutely brilliant. So see, the next stage of course will be landscaping, adding a couple of options here and there, but I think for now we should be absolutely fine for it. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna add a couple of connections. See, this connections here, they actually helping to your traffic, because that will save a couple of trips to your citizens with cars, and that will help you with overall traffic in the future. So that's actually quite good to have those connections, and it's those paths, they could be used by bikes as well, and that will encourage them to use bikes, just to have some more options for it. So as you see, we're getting somewhere. We started with 109,000, so that's good. So let's just see how our jobs look like. 31,000 jobs, unemployment 5%, but we're getting somewhere with this. Our water is going down pretty quick, so we need to add something for it. There's a couple of options I have, but I quite like those ones. I would say they quiet, so you can have a couple of them and they won't be visible, like we just showed you just now. So you can have a couple in there as a part of the building. Now you can have this connection like that, and that will give us a boost in water, and it just not another building. So I quite like using those from time to time, just to spread connections and just to spread the water. You know, one thing that I'm not sure of, and that's probably something that we need to add on, will be our garbage connection, because it doesn't look good, and I think we should add something in here, you know, somewhere like behind the scene options in here that will be like a hidden from that view. So I think that's something I'm gonna do just now. So see, this actually working, so we have more than people in here, so that's really good. But just to help them out and have the good option, let's just add on the options for them to put all the trash somewhere. So 1 second. one thing I would like to do, in case if you ever wonder what will be the best option to use a public transport, of course metro, because there is no traffic jams, nothing such a thing, and I'm gonna use metro solution only for this city. There's nothing coming to those cities, they're just much smaller, so there's no point. Maybe tram in here. I'm gonna use an option that we have here in Glasgow, and one of those options is metro. So just to show you what I have in mind, I will show you how the metro plan looks like. So we have London, Paris, New York, and we have Glasgow. So the simplicity of it, it's absolutely amazing, but it's working pretty well. One point to another, and you have two lines, inner and outer ones, so it's gonna take you to city center, and it's really efficient. And of course plan for extension of it, but for now let's just see and stay focused on what we can do within our city. And I would like to repeat that. Of course the central point will be our central station. I'm gonna use one of the metro stations just now, but I was thinking about something smaller. What about this railroad of Japan? Oh, that's looking quite good. It's not big in size. Let's just see how you look like. Oh, brilliant. That will be our to go. I know it's Japan, fair enough, but it just, the look of it, first station somewhere in here next to our store. So as you see, I have all the stations connected. So what we're gonna do now, we're just gonna create lines. So the first one will be, let's just say clockwise. Let's just see if I can do the line going opposite direction. So our metro line, so that's inner bound, and that's, oh my goodness, inner outer bound. There we go. And what's this we're gonna use? I think I'm gonna use this one for now. There we go. That's the colors I know, so we're gonna stay with them. And just for now, I'm gonna keep it running. So let's just see how's our stations gonna look like and if they're gonna be busy. So as you see, our metro stations are up in place. Metro is working. Although after all those recent updates, I had to reload the game once again, actually reinstall the game once again, and for some reason the number of passengers is nowhere near what it should be. I think there's something changed with the game, so I'm gonna leave it for now just to see if that's gonna change in some way, and I'm just gonna focus on expansion. But the main thing for the next step will be adding some more workplaces, maybe not many in numbers, but I just need more goods to be produced, because at the moment it's just screaming for more goods and just not enough goods to sell. So that will be something that needs to be done in the first place. So guys, thank you so much. This was a long episode, extended way beyond what I was imagining for that, but it's all working fine, seems to be working well. So let's just see what could be done. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, don't hesitate, hit the like button, and I will just see you for more content.